Alright guys, we finally got a nice sunny day. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to cut some grass hopefully. I've got this thing fueled up. Yes, I did put oil in it. Thanks for the reminder. And just got to plug batteries in. Got the remote set up. And I got a nice shadow. So here we are. Wish me luck. Let's see what it does. Guys, welcome back to the MTR Fab channel. Check it out. Today's the day. We got some tall grass. It's nice and sunny. We're going to take this thing out for its first journey. The last look before we get it dirty. Excuse the noise from the cars. There's not much I can do about it. Seems like everybody's out and about. I don't blame them. Super nice day today. So it's plugged in. It's rolling around. I've defeated the safety for the handle that you would have if you were, I think it's called the dead man's handle that you hold down when you actually start the mower. So I'm going to be extra careful around this because I don't really have a way to shut it off other than to run it out of gas or clip the zip ties that I placed right here. Alright, so things did not go well the first time around here. I don't know what happened, but as soon as I took it out, about 3 stripes in, I started to get a little bit of jitter, and I'm pointing the finger at the saber tooth at this point. I've done some digging. I've tried 2 different receivers to make sure it wasn't my radio equipment, and it's definitely not. So I had some what looked like interference, and then shortly after the interference I cycled the power and turned it back on, and then it had some interference for a short bit, and then it just didn't work anymore. So I've contacted Dimension Engineering, and I'm in communication with tech support right now. So I've done some checks. I got my meter out, and I'm going through this now, and I'll keep you guys updated. But unfortunately, it's not moving currently. When stuff doesn't go as planned, it usually ends up costing more money. So I'm chasing this. We'll see what happens. I'm going to beep out this ribbon cable now that I have the saber tooth out of the way, just to double check. Obviously the receiver could work, and if these wires are bad from end to end, that's not going to help. So I'm going to make sure these beep, and I'll come up here and we'll take these guys out here and we'll do a continuity test real quick. Alright, another loss. We definitely beep tested every one of these wires top to bottom. They're good to go. Next step is do the troubleshooting that Dimension Engineering wanted. Alright, got the information for tech support, and I'm going to send them an email and we'll see where that gets us. So in brief, Dimension Engineering recommended I plug or disconnect this whole thing from the system and power it with at least 7.2 volts at the B plus and B minus terminals, and then measure the output at these terminals. And what I had was, full battery voltage at B plus and B minus, negative battery voltage at one, and positive battery voltage at the other set of motor terminals. So they said that's a good sign that the driver is not fried, but now they want me to put this back to factory defaults by using the software, and I'm going to do that and we'll see what happens. After working with the technical support team at Dimension Engineering, I have a new Sabertooth 2x32. Now they think, after troubleshooting it, because I sent it back to them, that some sort of debris at some point or another shorted something out on one of the chips, which is a high possibility, as the way this is made is kind of not probably the best thing for a small electric device like that. So with that said, I'm going to be extra vigilant about covering it before I actually secure this hardware down, and maybe that'll make it last a little longer. I did notice that the new version of this is conformal coated. The board is conformal coated, so it should be less susceptible to metal debris. Obviously you don't want that on your PCB, but there's a good chance that that's what happened. So I'm going to stand with them, and I'm just going to replace the product. They gave me a discount on the new one as a replacement, and we're just going to move on and it should work. Yeah, fresh one, bud. Get the Mylar. I'm going to poke holes in that. Alright, got it all in there. I went out of my way to vacuum all these cracks yet again and blow them all out in the attempts to get anything that looked like debris out of there. And hopefully we're good. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to try to cover this somehow. I don't want to cover it with anything substantial because obviously it gets warm. Alright, yes, that's what I came up with. A piece of cardboard paper towel roll. I'm done with this. I'm not 3D printing a solution. I'm moving on with my life. Not leaving anything chance this time. I've even covered up the USB extension that I had floating around in there, so there's no exposed metal. I don't really know what happened, so I'm not... I've tried to like nip everything that could possibly happen to this. Alright, got all the guts back in there, ready for round 2. Let's see what it do. So here's a lawn, plenty of it. I tried to do this a couple weeks ago, but had that saber-tooth failure. Now we're going to try it again. We're going to actually make this happen. See if she fires up. Prime it enough. Yep. There it is, grass mowed. Success. Happy. Super psyched. Everything worked out the way it should. It's much more manageable. Trav and I were playing with this and he operated it for a bit and we think we got just over an hour of run time. We weren't exactly starting a time stopwatch when we ran it, but pretty good run time. Still have juice in the batteries. I don't know where they're at. I haven't shut this thing entirely down yet. You can see I still got radio light and that should go out. There you go. And now I'll measure the batteries and I'll let you guys know what we had for juice left. There it is. Success, guys. It feels good staying after it, even though we had our failures. there it is after first run. Kind of gone through and done an initial check of hardware and stuff, making sure everything's still tight. There were some loose set screws in this front bearing that we had to tighten, but other than that, everything else seemed to work, man. I'm super psyched about how well, and I can't express, and hopefully on the video you can see how much better at turning it is than the previous version. There it is, guys, MTR Fab. Creation is officially working and functioning. Batteries ended at 22.6 volts, which is about 60% maybe, somewhere in there. I haven't done the math yet, but definitely juice left and got the full lawn mode. So I'd say that's a success, because that was the intention of this. So I got to get them charged up, be done for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're going to make one, wish you luck on your project. And use this for reference. Definitely the pivot's worth it, guys. Pivot's worth it for sure. Thanks for watching. It's MTR Fab, and I'm out.